I'm Carolyn Priester Jones. Welcome back to the Garden of Eden. You know, we've been observing some very interesting things going on there. Where we last left off, God, Adam, and Eve were in the midst of a conversation. It was definitely a moment of truth. You know, truth is a bright light. Once you realize where you are, you realize that you got an idea how you got there, and you realize that you have done something that God specifically told you not to do. It's a definite moment of truth. Now, into that truth comes Satan, who is anything but the truth. He muscles his way in, and this is the very time that he's going to yell, "You better hide," because it's coming down to the time that God's going to take his belt off and he is going to beat the stuffings out of you. You want to know what God's wrath feels like? Well, you're about to find out. Well, Adam, faced with that, what did he do? Well, quickly the thought came to his mind, I'm not going down for this. I wasn't even the one that ate the fruit first. It was Eve. And not only that, Eve was the one God gave to me. So Adam said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit of the tree, and I ate it. Now let's look a little closer at where that sneaky Satan tried to come into Adam's thinking. Now if you listen closely, you're going to be able to identify some of the things that we talked about already that are Satan's tactics. Remember, we said he always uses the same playbook. So in a world where people use blame on a regular basis, it's easy to think of blame as a good way to pass that hot potato. You know, you might have gotten in a fight and you might have killed somebody, but hey, you didn't start it. It can't be your fault. You want to turn that bright light away from you. So now for a heavy dose of the truth. You might be influenced by any number of people or any number of circumstances, but ultimately, who makes the decisions about you? You. You ultimately make the decision. So for each one of us, that hot potato or that buck stops with us. So we have to consider that every one of us is capable of doing evil. In the bright light of day, we would like to say, hey, the bad guys are over there. I'm a good guy. You ever really get in a spot and you start thinking, well, yeah, what I did wasn't too good, but I mean, I'm better than they are. But the truth of the matter is, we've all been deceived at some point in time, and we've all committed sins. We're all related in that way. Not really genetically, but we've been exposed to the same thing, and we've caught the same thing. We've caught the sin bug. So none of us has really got the right to be uppity about how much better we are than others who commit evil. Now, notice Satan's next ploy. Remember, as much as Satan loves to blame you, he also loves blaming God. So he was very quick to point out to Adam where Eve came from in the first place. God gave Eve to Adam. So Adam felt he should point out that the weak link was really not him, but the one that God gave him. Now, Adam was truthful about what happened. Eve did give it to him, and he did eat it. But he scores for truth on those 2 points. So God then turned to Eve and asked her, what is this that you have done? Now, Eve, having learned a thing or two from her husband Adam, followed the same blame game. She knew she couldn't blame Adam because Adam had just tossed that hot potato to her. So she was forced to consider the same questions about how she got in this mess. how did she get to the point of disobeying God? How did she get here? Well, Eve actually seemed to have more understanding of what had happened than Adam did. And she said simply, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." God had opened her eyes not only to who had tempted her, but also the means by which she had come to the decision to disobey. What was that? She had been deceived. Ever been there? Eve understood what happened when she was deceived. She understood she did something wrong. She ate the fruit she was not supposed to eat, and she acknowledged her sin. I was deceived, and I ate it. So, did God move on down the line then and ask Satan why Satan had done what Satan had done? Well, no, he didn't have to. He already knew. And he already knew that question and answer was not going to solve anything with Satan. Satan was not going to learn the lessons that he needed to learn that way. So what happened next? Did God beat the stuffings out of all of them and then kill them? I mean, that is one possibility. Did he realize he had just made a terrible mistake in creating these people? They were flawed, and he could just start over. Did he do that? No. This is where Satan would like to start off his version of the Bible. You see, from the very beginning, Satan wants us to believe bad things about God. So all the way through the Bible, Satan takes opportunity to try to convince people that God is out to get them. And that when they mess up, they are going to be so far away from God that God is not going to want to do anything but punish them and eliminate them. But that's a lie. Never forget Jesus' words, the ones we've already gone over, where Jesus described Satan as the father of lies. So God was not going to eliminate Adam, Eve, or Satan. He wasn't out to punish them all. God did something very creative. After all, he is the creator. He made Adam and Eve junior partners in creation. Now, in order to see how that happened, you'll just have to join us again for our next exciting video where we find out God's giant move into the creation of the world. And you're going to see how he dealt with all of them, including Satan. Well, let's just say he cut him down to size. I'm Carolyn Priester Jones. I'm reporting from the Garden of Eden, and I'm looking forward to seeing you right back here next time. If you would like to know more about these videos, about our books, my tweets, my blog, then we invite you to explore our website at www.christianreading.com/cjones. See you next time.